All right, let's look at the homework 3, problem number 9. All right, so we want to find the domain and the range of this following function. All right, so let's do that. All right, so we can probably figure this out in terms of transformations. So let's say if you have a more simple function, say you have a natural log of x, right? If you have a function like that, then you know that the natural function only takes a positive value. So the domain is going to be all positive real numbers, right? And the range is actually all real numbers, right? And remember that this is just the inverse of e to the x, and we can actually sketch the picture too. So here, if you look at the picture there, so here's the x-axis. Here is the y-axis, and that's the origin, right? And the exponential function goes kind of like this. You know that it's an increasing exponential function, right? Looks like that. So this is y to the e to the x, right? Then we can just reflect this guy about the 45-degree line y equals x, right? So I'm going to just draw this. And then you can get the so reflection, which is going to look kind of like that, right? So this is a graph of y equals a natural log of x, right? And this is a fairly slow growing function. It actually goes to positive infinity. As x gets closer to 0, it's going to negative infinity. So the range is all real numbers. All right. But the function in question is a little bit different, right? So you have a couple of transformation given. Here's the first one, and here's another one there. All right. So let's do one by one. All right. So if you think of, say, y equals natural log of x minus 4, right? And remember that this is a shift to the right 4 units, right? Right. So if you think of shifting the graph 4 units to the right, and it's going to only affect the domain, because domain is the x value. So it used to start from 0. Now you have to shift that to the right 4 units. So you're going to start from 4 and goes to infinity, right? And the range is really unaffected since this is a horizontal shift. So it's all real number anyway, so it's all real numbers, right? And the next one, this is just going to be a shift upward by 1 unit, right? So if you do y is equal to 1 plus natural log of x minus 4, all right, so vertical shifting does not affect the domain, so it's going to stay the same. So it's a 4 to infinity. And it's going to affect the range in general, but in this case, it's all real numbers to begin with. If you shift it 1 unit, it's still going to be all real numbers. All right. So those are the domain and range of the function in question. So let's type it in. All right. Domain is starting from 4 and then go into infinity. All right. Let's check the answer. All right. We got that. And the range is all real numbers, so it's going to negative infinity to positive infinity. All right, so let's check the answer. All right, we got that. All right, that's it. I hope that this was clear.